Hello, everyone. This is part two of a series I'm doing on evangelism. Part one talked about mostly, I gave some background on how I learned to evangelize and what problems people have and what they face when they're trying to evangelize. And one of the things I recommended was try and build a honest, authentic relationship with a person if you get the opportunity. When you can't, you can't. And do what you can in those cases. But whenever you can, invest your time in the person, let them know you care, you'll have better results. So now I'm going to read off the different ways to evangelize. The first is direct. And this was the approach I used at Pacific Gardens Missions in downtown Chicago. And it was huge. They would have up to 600 men and up to 400 women, and they had them separated. And the idea was they promised them food and shelter for the night if they came to hear the service. So I would do the preaching, and I had people there that were like this, and I had people there that were like this, and everything in between. So, but I had pretty good results, and I was surprised. And as far as follow-up, after they came to Christ, they had quite a system set up with the people where they would offer them different levels of things that they could have and do in the actual program, depending on how much they got involved, up to the point where they could have a place to stay and food as long as they participated in helping to evangelize with other people. So it was a pretty good system, which is part of the problem, and that's what everyone needs to understand. You can't just say, 10 people came to Christ today. Great. Now what? What are you going to do with them? Who's talking with them? Do they have a relationship with a Christian? How is that going to continue on? Because if it doesn't continue on, it's going to dry up. There has to be somebody there with them to mentor them, to be there for them, to talk to them, to encourage them. Just because they say they accepted Christ and you walk away, that doesn't do it. Someone somewhere has to invest time in those people to make it matter. I'm going to continue. The next one is apologetics. I tried to use this on teenagers when I was working in an ice cream shop, and I would try and address all of their concerns, which they had many. And it's someone who defends a belief using logical arguments and evidence. It focuses more on intellectual persuasion, overcoming a person's hesitation by proving to them the gospel is true and trustworthy. And in my case, they did not like the Bible at all. So I told them I could prove to them that God existed just using science, which was their God, and I did that. I don't think, at the time, I don't think it went anywhere, but who knows? Maybe it had an effect on them. That was a long time ago, and I'm not sure how that turned out. So, the next one is testimonials. Now, I do this when I go to CR, which is Celebrate Recovery. And other people use this too, and I use this as a relational tool when I'm talking to people so that I can testify to them how I came to Christ, how that came about, and I can explain to them from my walk with God in the churches that I was in, and how I came closer and closer to Christ and how it changed my life. So this is a great way to go. So far we have talked about the direct approach, the apologetic approach, and the testimonial. Next I'm going to talk about relational. This is when you really invest time in a person and have a good, sound relationship with the person that could go on long term, meaning months, possibly a year or two. And this is where he can observe you behaving like a Christian. Yeah, you got to do that. You know, if you don't take a guy to a bar and have a few beers and evangelize to him, it doesn't work. You don't sit down and play poker with the guy and start cussing and swearing to him and telling him about Jesus. That doesn't work. So if you're going to do a relational form of evangelism, you need to be prepared to walk the walk, because they're going to be looking at you with that magnifying glass like you wouldn't believe, and they're going to be going, hello, is that really you, or are you making this stuff up? Because you know what, you're like drunk and smoking and swearing and stuff. What's going on? So keep this in mind. The more relationship you have with a person, the more they're going to see you in your natural life. And if you're not authentic in it, you're going to lose them. Next we have, what are we doing here in time? Okay, I'm going to close this and I'm going to do a part 3, and you'll see that next time I'm up for devotional. Take care, church.